Hi and welcome to Car Prep. Now in this video you'll see me fitting some new parts to the Porsche 944 2.7 Lux. We've got a refurbished wiper unit going in and also a blower motor, and you'll see an inexperienced bloke with cheap Tesco tools and some snap-on tools he found in the back of a car he bought fitting these items. So hope you enjoy the video. It was a learning experience for me and hopefully you'll learn from my mistakes. Anyway, if you're interested about seeing more what we're up to, get onto car-prep.com, have a look, read the articles, get involved, comment, subscribe and like. Take it steady.
We've arrived at Augment Automotive in the lovely forested Dean. Nice and sunny here, and we're here to pick up the wiper unit and the refurbished blower unit. Now these guys are top. They've done all my refurb work on my 944, so I'll be doing a full article on these guys because they're real good guys. If you've got a 944 that needs work doing, these are the guys to come and see. Anyway, let's go get those bits. Right, so as you can see, we have our bits and pieces from Augment Automotive. We've got the blower unit, and then we've got the wiper mechanism. And here is one's old money pit. Probably the naffest walk around ever, but there you go. Not looking too bad, got a few body bits and pieces to sort out. But obviously what we need to do is sort out the fact that at the moment it is completely wiperless. So what I'm going to be doing today is getting that lot back in here, and underneath that cover is where all the action is going to be. And the only reason I've got the blow unit out is to take that out to get to the wiper unit, because that was the initial thing that went wrong. So we just take this rubber off here, and then as well this extremely cheap feeling, but if you want to buy a new one, horrendously expensive plastic cover, which as you can see I've nicely bodged with a nice bit of gaffer tape rather than spend nearly £200 plus on a new one. So what we've got to do, we've got to first get the wiper units back in, then take that bottom tray out because that's the bit from the old unit, and then swap that over with the new unit. So what I'll do is I'll do some updates as I go, and we'll see what an idiot with a few spanners can do. A little update, I've got all of them off apart from one here, which looks like it is going to be rather stubborn and maybe rounded off. So I'll have to try and get my camera in there, see if I take a picture of it, see what it's like. I might try some penetrating fluid and see if that works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so probably a bit of a quick explanation about why I'm taking the bottom part of the blower unit out first. What I realised when I took the wipers out, the wiper unit came out easily enough, but I thought it was going to be a struggle to get it back in with that lower portion in place. And having had a go, it looks like it's going to be nearly impossible to get the wiper unit back in with that lower portion of the blower unit in. So a cup of coffee and digest the news that the last bolt to come out has rounded off and has rusted. So I'm trying a bit of the old WD-40 on it, and then not too sure what it is after that, because sort of running out of expertise and skill from there on in. Anyway, let's let that soak in. We'll have a cup of coffee and hopefully that screw will come out. So another quick update, seeing that I'm not going to be able to get that screw out, I persevered and I did get it in. So that wiper unit is now in. Going to put the rest of those screws back in and bolt that up and connect up those wipers, and then hopefully shortly at least we'll have the wipers on. Just means I will have to pull the refurbed unit apart. So just take the unit off, top of the unit off, then use the insides, and then hopefully you should have two units making one good unit. Okay, now I thought I could do probably a better explanation about how I've got this in and some of the bolt sizes or socket sizes are needed. How I actually got this unit in here is this bottom part here. I managed to slide that up and against and behind that pipe there, and that just gave me the room to be able to get this one in first. So I got that one in first and then slotted that spline in second. Now if you do need to take these out, these here, these are 8mm, and then obviously we've got to bolt up the wiper system, and those are 10mm. So there's one there, and then I don't know if you can see it, which is the one that causes all the issues. There's that one there. Again, same as the other one, 10mm. And that's the reason why you have to take the blower system out to be able to get the wipers out. Okay, so we've got those bolts in there, and that bolt is in, you can just see badly there. Also reconnected the electrical connection, obviously the battery's off. Now just to reconnect up the front bolts holding the wiper system to that scuttle there. Right, so we're going to get the wiper arm back on. We need a 22mm spanner initially. So we've got a nice big nut here, and we've got this piece. Already got this piece fitted to this side. That just fits over that spline there. And then that goes on there like that. Then we'll tighten that up, and then we'll get the wiper arm on. Right, we've got both wipers on. All that's needed now is just a bit of fine tuning, because when I tested them, this blade is very slightly touching that blade, so just got to undo that very slightly, just move that up, tighten it up, and then we'll have all the wiper blades exactly where they should be. Half the job done. Right, just to test to see if we've got everything where it should be. Still a little bit of contact there, so a little bit of fine adjustment needed. Right, hopefully the last test wipe. There we go. No clattering going on. Right, now I've got the wiper system fitted. It's now time to fix the blower system, which is going to be a little bit more complicated because I've got to strip down the newly refurbed unit because I can't get the base out of the old one. So here we have the new unit. So hopefully it'll just be a case of unscrewing these 8 screws, take the top off, put the innards into the one already in the car, and then screw the top back on. And as they say, Robert should be your mother's brother. What I thought I'd quickly do is show you what the original problem was. This is the old unit, and how the car regulates the temperature, as there are flaps that sit in here, and this actuator here, which you can probably see is all nicely rusted and bunged up, that moves, and that makes the flap move to regulate the air in and out, the fresh air in and out. So it mixes up with the hot air from the engine, and that's how you get your climate control. Well, you control the temperature coming through. It's not got climate control. It's not that fancy. Anyway, this is one of the flaps, as you can see. Looks like it spent a bit of time at the bottom of the Atlantic. So that had all rusted out, and this was basically just sitting in the unit, flopping around, causing the motor to blow hot and cold. And that was discovered when I had it all out to check the wiper system. So that's the fault. That's hopefully been sorted out. There's various different vacuum pipes and whatnot to go on, so we'll just have to see if I can get this done. Right, I've unscrewed the unit. I've taken out the motor, which was in there, and that is now sitting in there. So with everything going back, we just got to watch where we run anything. So this cable is going to have to run down here to connect up to there. So that's the electrical connection for the van motor. So next, gonna get the lid on. Right, I've got the top unit into position. I'll be honest, it was a bit of a faff, but a couple of attempts, and then realising I had the motor the wrong way round, so I had to swap that round so this was routed properly. And that's what you need to be careful of, making sure that all this routes right. As soon as I had the motor run the right way, it all sort of made sense. Just got to get those 8 screws all done up, and also I've tested the flaps, and you can hear they're moving. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. The proof in the pudding, that's sat correctly, because there isn't anything to hold them in. So when you turn them upside down, there's no bottom on, they will try and fall out. Okay, let's start screwing everything up. Right, I've now got probably all bar one of the screws on, which I can't get to, which probably with these units isn't too bad going, because they are an absolute pig to get to. Connected in the power feed. Now I've just got this is the control resistor to get screwed back on there, and then I've got to rerun the vacuum line. So hopefully I can remember all that bit goes together, and we'll see if I've screwed this up. Right, well, I've almost got everything piped in now, but I'm struggling to find where this goes here. This is the vacuum connection, and it seems to be it should go in here somewhere, but I'm struggling to find any loose cables or pipes or anything. So what I'm going to do, I've just reconnected the battery. I'm going to see if the fan actually works, and then I'll take it from there, and then I'll probably be on Google going through 50 wrong answers before I get the right one. Anyway, let's see what we're going to be a test just to see if we get some blowers going. Start her up. Okay, and we have blowers. Blowers are working. See loads of stuff flying out there. Well, there we go, there's an improvement. As I say, we're probably not going to be getting any change in the heat at all, because the heater controls aren't going to be working. But at least we have blowers. Right, let's see if we can get this vacuum pipe sorted. Right, situation report. I found the connection point for the vacuum pipe. We have heat control, but what I don't have, which I did have earlier, is blowers on anything other than full whack. So it's cold, and now it's blowing in nice and hot. So we're halfway there. Gonna have to do some digging on what might be. I think it might be the control panel or something. I've heard that can be horrendously expensive, but I'm sure Google will frighten the life out of me. Anyway, there we are. We have blowers, only on max hurricane, and we do have temperature control. But anyway, she's also purring away nicely. Take her a quick slap around the block, I think. And that connection, or the hose, turned out to be just down there. A little connection onto the bomb. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Some problem solved, another problem found. Anyway, on to another day. Right, okay, well, being completely open and honest, I suppose I better point out the one big mistake I've made here. I hadn't realised that the cheap plastic trim here, this goes on before you put the wipers on. So just to be completely transparent, I'll be taking the wipers off, putting that on, then putting the wipers back on. But I'm not going to bore you with that. But I thought I'd just be open and honest with my mistake. Another big tip, how I found out where that pipe was routed. I found I had actually taken a picture of the blow unit before I'd taken it all off. So that probably my big tip would be to take pictures as you go, taking bits off, so you know where they go back, which does sound eminently sensible. And I only did it by accident, but yeah, if you do that, at least you will know, you'll have a record of how it all goes back. Ed China said it, probably everybody said it on YouTube, but in the heat of the moment when you're ripping things out, you do forget to do it. Anyway, I don't think I've got any screws left over, apart from one I couldn't get in. I have only got hurricane force wind blowers, but at least I've got blowers, but at least I'm going to change the temperature now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learn from my mistakes. Take it steady, and yeah, every day's a school day.